15 rounds, Staccato P. Alright, so here's my hand size. This works fine. So a few flyers, that's pretty good. Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching. Today, a second look at the Staccato P. This is not my firearm, it's a friend of the channel who was kind enough to let me borrow it again. I've been doing lots of shooting lately with single action CZs and Dan Wessons, and I wanted to pick this guy up for a comparison. Watch that video coming soon, because I always read how people use 2011s and Staccatos in competition and how great their triggers are. So I wanted to shoot this versus those and how they did. But before I do that, I took it to the range by itself to get time with it and to take another closer look at it with you guys. Again, thank you for watching, and as always, love to hear your feedback on Staccatos and see what your thoughts are there. This is the Staccato P, which I believe is the first version they built as a 2011 after they rebranded from STI. This is a full-size, duty-oriented 2011 style pistol. It's purpose-built for service. I think they try to, the Texas Rangers may carry it. I think the Las Vegas Police Department, I don't remember the others, but I think this is very much oriented towards police departments and law enforcement agencies that want a 1911 style, grip safety with a safety up here that can be carried cocked and locked with a very, very accurate trigger, a very clean, crisp reset on this trigger. And it does have all those things. So, fantastic gun, made in Texas in the United States of America, so great for that. You can see the Texas star here and on many other places across the gun too. So a gun that feels amazing, feels very heavy duty, doesn't feel delicate at all. This gun I think was introduced around 2019 after STI rebranded to Staccato. Listened to a very interesting podcast with their CEO, and he talked about how they had to narrow their brand assortment down and relaunch with this firearm. Now, before I get too far into all the firearm, let me show you what comes with it quickly. You do get a very, very useful range bag. They all have the Staccato P or the model number on the bag itself. Inside the bag, you have room for more, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mags plus one on the firearm. You see that it has the Texas call out again, and there's a nice home for the firearm on this side of the flap. So one of the nicer range bags I've seen that comes with it. You also get the lube or some oil to lubricate it with, chamber flag, lock. You get some tools needed to do whatever with the firearm. You get information about how to work the optics plate, again using those tools. You get lube information, barrel, hood, left and right side of the rails. Also some extra springs if you are going to run competition or different loads of ammo. I didn't change that one my friend had loaded in here. Get the quality check, final check. You get replacement front optics for the Dawson Precision optics that are on there, as well as I think he ordered the optics plate for this maybe. I don't think they come with it. I think you have to choose what you want. But there's the whole plate package, as well as the owner's manual and a couple of other brochures about wounded warriors and youth handgun safety. So lots of stuff that comes with it. Nice to have those extra springs in there and the replacement front sights for the Dawson sights. And with that, I guess we can start up top. Well, the specs overall, if you care, it's 8 inches long, about 5.5 inches tall, and 1.3 inches wide. So meant to be carried probably outside the waistband holster. Pretty heavy gun. I didn't write the weight down, but I want to say it's well in the high 30s or low 40s with a steel frame. Has a 4.4 inch bull barrel. And with that, I'll kind of start up top with these very tall Dawson sights that are on there. Again, this is not a suppressor firearm, but you can see you've got blacked out rears here. And that fiber optic front sight. You have a black DLC coating on the hood, on the whole firearm that's really, really nice. I just got back from the range, so I haven't cleaned it yet, so don't judge me for being dirty. And the styling is really beautiful on this firearm. There you can see the crown on the barrel. You have front and rear cocking serrations, very easy to actuate, really too easy. I'll go and show clear while I have it racked actually. You can see we're all clear in there. You have the Staccato P call out on this side, as well as the 2011 call out right here. Again, all very subtle. Slide stop is on this side only, not really good for lefties except for the safety. And this safety is actually a really nice, usable safety. One of the few knocks I have on my beloved CZs is the fact that when this is cocked early on, you have to really work hard to raise this up. Not staccato, super easy to actuate, so I love that. Again, I mentioned the front and rear cocking serrations, one slot pick rail, nothing for lefties. Got the USA flag again. Underneath, again, you've got the call out of the company and the home, as well as the stippling you see on the grip here is also on the front of the trigger guard there for people that like to wrap their finger on that. The trigger guard is full size, good size, but not giant. Again, you see the skeletonized trigger that's very much a straight pullback. I don't see the texture on there on camera or not, but it's a really good texture, really easy to grip. I mentioned the ambi safety, which is one of my favorite features. Also pretty easy to ride if you're shooting. And the grip is a polymer grip here attached to the steel frame. I think you can change these if you need to. This one feels very adequate in my hand. You can see the wraparound there. Again, very Goldilocks texturing, not too aggressive, but aggressive enough that it doesn't slip. So it feels really, really nice in my hand. Here you can see the grip safety again. Again, very, very comfortable as you grip it. So if you have the firearm cocked and not gripped, you can not pull the trigger. You grip the safety, and then you pull the trigger and it goes. And you can see that break there was really, really clean. We'll look at that again. It's rated at a 4-pound trigger, 4.5 pounds. Very, very easy, small bit of take up. See there? If I put you at the wall, it creeps again. Oops. So try that one more time. I have my grip safety engaged, so take up there, a little pull, and it breaks. So that pull is really interesting because I will tell you, let me do a reset first. The reset is stellar on this firearm, one of my favorite resets. Be careful or you'll miss it. That's it. Not even a millimeter. Watch back here how much it moves. Nothing, and you're at the wall. So, again, one more time. But very interesting to me, the first shot, every time I shot this firearm, I pulled it low. After that, every shot pretty much went through the same hole. Incredibly, incredibly accurate, but for me, that first shot, the movement of from here to there, I think that bit there made me jerk down. Very much a training issue for me. I know once I spent time with it, I could work beyond that. But if I'm shooting multiple firearms consistently, every time I shot this guy, I pulled the first shot low, which is, again, a training issue. It's all a me problem, but I thought that was very interesting. After that, the firearm, as you can see in the initial video, was incredibly accurate, super, almost boringly accurate. So easy to shoot accurately with this trigger, the ergonomics, and these very easy to see sights. I can't imagine with the optic on there how much better it even could be. So I don't own a Staccato. I like Staccato. I love the fact they're made in the USA, and they take a great deal of pride in the craftsmanship and how well made these things are. It does feel like a SIG 226 heavy duty ready that you could beat the crap out of this thing and still want to function. So that is my really first serious look at a Staccato P. Stick around for follow-up videos of me comparing this to a CZ Shadow 2 as well as the Dan Wesson, both with single action triggers. See how I like them all side by side. As always, thank you so much for watching. And if you haven't yet, please consider liking and subscribing. Thanks.